It's 3 weeks and we'll be in England.
What if England don't like me?
It's too far to swim back now.
Instead of hole in the line.
My little sister, she and jail.
So what make your journey all this way to England?
I'm actually here to assess a potential husband.
And make a decent home for children. I want to be a star.
Go back to Africa.
Why you never tell me how bad it was here?
If I am to stay here, I'll need to find somewhere to worship.
This place is kind of like a church to some of us.
Sir Lenny, I would like to ask you about, revisiting the past. Now, how much of what we see are you actually around for?
Although the story is partly based on my family's stories, there are other stories involved in this, because I didn't just want it to be a deep dive into my family history and dirty laundry. And also because my family are incredibly litigious. So I didn't want to get sued by my entire family. Your Honor, I object. No, I object. Your Honor, I object. I didn't want that to happen. So
That's so funny.
we did a lot of research and we talked to a lot of people because I wanted to get this feeling of this resonating with people who said, yeah, this is my story too. Because immigration didn't just happen to Indigenous English people, it happened to us too. You know, there was an action and a reaction. So looking at the past and looking at the way the patriarchy dominated and racism and sexism dominated, it's no secret that people fought to belong. We have British passports, but we still had to say, we belong here because we are here because you were there. You know, there was colonialism, there was slavery in Jamaica.
Yes.
We are here because you were there. And after the war, you asked us to come here on the Windrush to help rebuild the country. That's why we're here. So this series it's wholesome, it's family oriented, there's love, there's tragedy, there's heartache, but it's meant to be a love letter to those people who walked cold streets in the 50s and did all those things that perhaps have been forgotten. I wanted to remind people.
That is fantastic. And it's such a delightful series. I mean, it's dramatic, of course, and there are all these undercurrents happening, but it's also just filled with optimism and strength, which I found quite inspiring, for all of us.
I mean, some people think it's a bit gentle, but no.
I
can only write from how I write. I think maybe Zadie Smith or Andrea Levy would have written it different, but I basically leaned into telling the story my way, and I was encouraged by the actors and the producers to write it exactly how I wanted it to be. And I think I was so watching the edit and watching Rochelle bring the character to life and Saffron and Yasmin bringing these characters to life. It was a joy. It was kind of a miracle. So I salute you, Rochelle. You smashed it.
So much. I think that's one of the things I love about the show so much, just even from watching as an outsider, is it's very accessible. So, we tell the truth and we tackle tricky subjects, but it's in a way that you can sit down and you can watch this with your family. And it's been so lovely to find the feedback that we get back is that people are, starting conversations in households. People are asking their grandparents things and their parents things and finding out family history and family secrets. And it's just a really wonderful, wholesome experience to be a part of the show on that level.
Now, Rochelle, you are Leah. You are the really the head of the women, the family, that little family. You're calm, cool, collected, common sense, and all of that. I don't know whether Lenny would know this, but what did you bring to her that was not in the script?
Was not in the script. Oh, that's I don't even know how to answer that, because there was so much in the script. I felt for me, my job was just to turn up and tell the truth, to fully commit to every single moment. It's also my family history. My grandparents, my dad was born in Jamaica, so I had a lot of resources myself. I had a lot of innate things that I could bring to the project, but it felt like too big an opportunity to F it up, and I took it very seriously, and I wanted to move with a lot of integrity, both as a performer but also as a professional on the set, and make sure that we were bringing it. It's a big deal to have a primetime show with 3 Black female leads. So I think maybe that's what I.
By the way, that is something to build on. I think that BritBox and ITV had to realise that we wanted to work with unknowns and build a brand. I think it's important to build the brand of the story so that you get to know these people. But to me, it's akin to August Wilson's Century Cycle. I was in Fences and also acted in King Hedley II, and the way he was gifted with this idea of, I'm going to try and tell African-American stories throughout the 20th century. I feel there's a similar story to be told about Black Britons, and through Leah and her family coming to this idea of becoming truly British, despite being Black.
Yes.
I'm interested in that story.
Thank you so much. I love the series and I look forward to the next one. Thank you.
You might find spirits inside.
The birdie walks the line.
Mama Gladys used to say that my British passport was a golden ticket. It's our mother country.
You belong here as much as we do.
Open your